Imagine this. The year is 1900. A team of Greek sponge divers stumbles upon a shipwreck off the coast of the island Antikythera. It's an ancient Roman cargo ship, lost for 2000 years. As they bring treasures to the surface, stunning marble statues, pottery, and glassware, they also find a strange, corroded lump of bronze, about the size of a shoebox. At first, it's dismissed as just another piece of wreckage. But one day, the lump cracks open, revealing something impossible: a complex system of interlocking gears. This wasn't just scrap metal, it was a machine. What was this device, found among the relics of a long-lost world? For decades, it sat in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, a baffling curiosity. The gears were so small, so intricate, it looked like something from a modern clock, not an ancient shipwreck. The corrosion was so severe that taking it apart would destroy it. The mystery deepened. How could a civilization that we thought built with brute force and simple tools create something with such delicate precision? It was a technological ghost, a fragment of a forgotten future. The real breakthrough came with modern technology. Scientists used advanced X-ray and CT scanning to peer inside the corroded bronze without breaking it. What they saw was breathtaking. A symphony of at least 30 distinct bronze gears, carefully arranged in a complex dance. The teeth on these gears were tiny, cut with the precision of a master watchmaker, and hidden on the surfaces, invisible to the naked eye, were thousands of characters of ancient Greek text, a detailed instruction manual. This wasn't just a machine, it was an encyclopedia of the cosmos, written in the language of gears. So, what did this incredible device, now known as the Antikythera Mechanism, actually do? It was nothing less than the world's first analog computer. By turning a small hand crank on the side, a user could set the mechanism to any date, past or future. The pointers on its front and back dials would then move to show the astronomical reality of that day. It tracked the position of the sun and the moon through the zodiac. It predicted lunar and solar eclipses with startling accuracy, even accounting for the subtle wobble in the moon's orbit. It showed the timing of the ancient Olympic Games. It was a portable planetarium, a mechanical calendar, and an astronomical calculator all in one. Think about that for a second. More than 1,000 years before the great astronomical clocks of medieval Europe, before Galileo pointed his telescope to the sky, the ancient Greeks had a device that modeled the heavens. It was built on the theories of astronomers like Hipparchus, embodying their complex mathematical understanding of the universe not in words, but in metal. The front dial showed the Greek zodiac and a calendar of 365 days, while the back dials followed celestial cycles, like the 19-year Metonic cycle and the 223-month Saros eclipse cycle. This level of mechanical complexity would not be seen again on Earth for over a millennium. This raises a haunting question. If the ancient Greeks had this kind of technology in the 1st century BC, what happened to it? Why did this incredible knowledge seemingly vanish from history? The shipwreck itself provides a clue. The vessel was a Roman cargo ship, likely carrying looted treasures from Greece back to Rome. The mechanism was probably part of this plunder. Its sinking represents a profound loss. It seems that as the Roman Empire rose and the centers of Greek learning declined, this kind of high-tech knowledge was lost. The skills of the master craftspeople who could build such a device disappeared. The world entered a period where technology didn't just stall. In some ways, it went backward. Imagine a world where this technology had survived and flourished. What would our civilization look like today? Would the Industrial Revolution have happened 1,000 years earlier? It's a fascinating thought experiment. The Antikythera Mechanism proves that our view of the ancient world has often been too simple. We think of pyramids and columns, but we don't often think of precision engineering and computational devices. It's a reminder that history isn't a straight line of progress. Knowledge can be gained, but it can also be tragically lost. The Romans were masters of civil engineering, aqueducts, roads, concrete, but they didn't seem to value or continue the specific tradition of miniature, complex mechanical art. The story of the mechanism isn't just about the past, it's a direct line to our present. Every time you use a smartphone, a laptop, or even a modern watch, you're interacting with the distant heir of the Antikythera mechanism. It is the earliest known example of a device that uses mechanical parts to perform complex calculations. It's the ancestor of all geared devices, from clocks to automatons, and the philosophical predecessor to the digital computers that define our age. It's a tangible link, showing us that the human drive to model our world, to compute, and to understand our place in the cosmos is an ancient one. Today, the fragments of the Antikythera mechanism are housed in a museum, carefully preserved in a climate-controlled case. It's no longer just a corroded lump of bronze. It's a testament to human ingenuity and a symbol of lost knowledge rediscovered. It forces us to reconsider what was possible in the ancient world and stands as an inspiration for future generations of scientists, engineers, and historians. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most futuristic discoveries are the ones that have been waiting for us, buried in the past. The next time you look up at the moon or the stars, remember that 2,000 years ago, someone could hold a small bronze box and see the future of the heavens unfold right in their hands. Thank you so much for watching this journey into a lost world of technology. If you found this as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of history. See you next time.